Welcome to the myClinicalExchange Help Desk video tutorials. This video is an in-depth look at navigating the Rotation Manager page. During this video, we will discuss how to utilize tools on this page so that you can effectively use the Rotation Manager. When you go to Rotation Manager in the upper left-hand corner, this brings you to the Rotation Manager page. The Rotation Manager displays the status of all your currently rotating students' compliance. See compliance information with my thumbs here. I'll have red thumbs down or green thumbs up. I see icons under the student's name. I can hover my mouse over those, and this is basically missing compliance. So lots of icons means more stuff is there for your student to work on. Now, besides the base setting of your Rotation Manager, which is currently showing us all of our students who are assigned to current rotations, there are some other helpful tools that will assist you with tracking your students. Across the top of the page, you have some View By options. These adjust your display based on the radio button that is selected. For instance, if you select Period, then you will see date ranges of your requests laid out in order on the page rather than by rotation number. If you select Facility, then you will see your students arranged by location that they are going to and so on. Underneath the View By options, there is an orange bar that runs across the page listing each individual column of information. Immediately beneath this is a filter set similar to the search area on the home page. As on the home page, you can apply search filters in this area that will help you to trim down the information that populates in the Rotation Manager. That way you can easily find the specific information that you are looking for. So let's say that I don't want to see both JDemo and Alice Bat. I just want to see Alice. Fine. Type in part of the name, some text that matches this column basically for the specific thing I want to display, and I'm seeing Alice and not J. Just like on your home page, the Rotation Manager's filter set has a gray sandwich icon over to the right. Going in here and clicking the Clear All Filters button will revert your filter set back to empty and cause your page to display under the default settings again. This is extremely useful to use after you are finished filtering information so that you don't accidentally hide everything else. Now, above the orange bar on the left-hand side of the page are the Request and Rotation Number Quick Search tools. Entering a rotation's request number into the Find Request Number box and clicking on the yellow magnifying glass will automatically pull any students assigned to the approved rotation associated with that request number. Similarly, entering a rotation's ID number into the Find Rotation Number box and clicking the magnifying glass will pull up that specific rotation and the associated students. So here I will type in 234181, click my yellow magnifying glass. Now I'm seeing only this rotation with Alice Bat. The quick search overrides all parameters to display the specified clinical request, and it is an extremely useful tool for tracking individual rotations if you happen to have those 6-digit ID numbers on hand. For situations where you don't have either the request or the rotation number, or if you simply want to view multiple rotations all at once, you can change your search parameters by using the yellow sandwich icon located just to the left of the quick search tools. Clicking on that opens up your additional search criteria options. This is going to initially display default settings, but you can set the parameters that best suit your needs in order to view additional information. The most common use here is to change the very first setting, the one up here that says View Rotations, from current to future. Running a search like this will display all students whose rotations will start tomorrow or later. So I just go to the bottom, click Search, close this so it's out of my way, and now I can get a view of my future rotations. Very useful to do this, by the way, because good coordinator practice, I suggest, is that you go in here every so often before the rotations are going to start and just check periodically to make sure your students are making progress on becoming compliant. Now, another option is to search for a specific student. If we go here and select For Student, this causes a white text box to appear below your selection. And in here, you can enter the student's name in last name, first name format. Running a search like that will display all past, present, and future rotations for that particular student. And that's a great way to review the overall performance of your student over multiple rotations. So I could take Alice Bat, who we looked at. I'll just type the last name Bat. Go down and click Search. Close out of here. And now I'm seeing both current and future rotations for this particular student, and I do get a view conveniently of all the rotations. Towards the bottom of the additional search criteria is an option to change the status of the overall search, right here. The default setting will place this on All, which is going to display both students who have compliance left to complete and also students who are already compliant. But if you're specifically looking for students who are not compliant yet, then you can change the status to Incomplete and click Search. Doing this will only display the students who are not yet compliant, allowing you to easily review what they still have left to complete. But let me make an adjustment here because we've run this with our student's last name selected. If I change this to future and do my search that way, aha, now I'm seeing all of my students with missing compliance on their future rotation. So do keep in mind that when you go to the bottom here and you select incomplete status, it's going to apply a filter to only show you the incomplete students who still have compliance to work on, in other words, in accord with whatever you have set for the rest of your search parameters. So I could change future to current, for example, do the same thing. Now I see incomplete students on all of my current rotations in this case. Finally, you can click the Export button on either the upper right-hand corner or the lower right-hand corner of your screen. So here it is down at the bottom, my Export button. This button allows you to download the currently displayed information from these rotations so that you can keep that as part of your records. Please do be aware, though, that the export function does adhere to the additional search criteria, but it's going to ignore anything added to the filter set boxes. So in other words, if I've typed something in here to limit myself to only seeing JDemo, the export tool does not care. It's going to export for me information that will correspond to everything that would populate the screen if I did not have those filters set. So I would see in this case both of these rotations. And here is the upper right version of my export button also. And you can see that what it did was create a CSV file. When I press that, that would be openable in a spreadsheet such as Excel. Thank you very much for watching this video on the Rotation Manager page. If you do have any additional questions at all, please feel free to contact us. Our support email address is support at myClinicalExchange.com, and we are happy to assist you. Thank you again.